Om Shanti, 19th of November 2024. Essence. See, children, your remembrance is very wonderful because you remember the Father, the teacher, and the Sadguru. All three together. Question. When Maya makes some children arrogant, what is it that they don't care about? Answer. Arrogant children come into body consciousness and have a don't care attitude about the Murli. There is a saying that when a mouse found a piece of true milk, he thought that he was a gross. There are the many who don't read the Murli and all and say that they have a direct connection with Shiva. Baba says, children, there are always new things in each Murli. So never miss a Murli. Let there be a lot of attention paid to this. Om Shanti. The spiritual father asks, you seatest, long lost and now found children. In whose remembrance are you sitting here? The Father, the Teacher, and the Sadguru. Are all of you sitting in remembrance of all three? Each of you should ask yourself, do I have remembrance only when I am sitting here? Or do I also have remembrance while moving around? There is a wonderful aspect which is not told to other souls. Although Lakshmi and Narayan are the masters of the world, you cannot say of those souls that they are the Father, the Teacher, and the Sadguru. In fact, you cannot say this of any human being in the whole world. It is only you children who remember him in this way. You feel internally that Baba is your father, the teacher, and your Sadguru, and that he is the supreme. Do you remember all three or only one? Although he is only one, you remember him with qualities of three forms. Baba is our father, teacher, and Sadguru as well. This is something extraordinary. Extraordinary. You should remember this wise sitting down and also wise walking and moving around. Baba asks, do you have the thought whilst remembering him that he is your father, teacher, and Sadguru? There can be no such bodily being. Sri Krishna is the number one bodily being, but they cannot be called the father, teacher, or Sadguru. This is an absolutely wonderful aspect. So you should say truthfully with whether you remember Baba in all three forms. At the time of eating, do you only remember Shiv Baba or do all three emerge in your intellect? You cannot refer to any other soul is this way. This is a wonderful thing. The Father praise is unique, and so you should also remember the Father. In this way, your intellects will then be completely drawn to the one who is so wonderful. The Father said here and introduces himself and also gives you things knowledge of the whole cycle and of these different ages and how many years each one lasts and how it rotates. Only that Father, the Creator, can give you this knowledge. You will receive a lot of help by remembering Him. He alone is the Father, teacher, and Guru. No other soul can be as elevated as He. However, Maya makes you forget to remember such a Father and do you. And you then forget the teacher and the Guru too. Each of you should feel in your heart that the Father is making you into a master of such a world. The inheritance of the unlimited Father is definitely unlimited. This price should also emerge in your intellect as you walk and move around. All three should be remembered. Only that soul dust are all three types of service at the same time. This is why he is called the Supreme. People arrange conferences, etc., to find a means of establishing peace in the world. Tell them this. You have to prove the father occupation to people. There is a vast difference between the father names, whereas the name of the one soul is Christ. That soul is Father, the teacher, and the Guru. There is knowledge in that soul. But how can we give it? How can only give this knowledge throughly a body? It is when he gives this knowledge that he prays. You children hold conferences of Shivji. You invite the leaders of all the different religions to come. You have to explain that God is not omnipresent. If God is in everyone, then is every source God, the Father, the teacher, and the Guru. Tell me, do you have the knowledge of the beginning, middle, and end of the world cycle? No one can tell you this. There is such great price of the highest on high, Father, and it should emerge inside you, children. He is the one who purifies. the whole world, matter to become pure. At the time of a conference, you should first ask, who is the God of the Gita? Who established the golden age deity religion? If they say that it was Sri Krishna, the father name disappear. Of all they say that he is beyond name and form. It is as though he does not exist. Therefore, without the Father, it means that they owe offer. They just do not know the unlimited Father. They use the sword of lust and cause so much distress and sorrow for one another. Therefore, your intellect should show all of these things. You have to show them the constraint. Lakshmi and Narayan are a goddess and god. Because theirs is a dynasty, the must all be gods and goddess. So you should invite people from all religion to come. You must only invite those who are well educated and who can clearly give the father's introduction. You can write to them and say that we will make arrangements for the travel and accommodation of those who are able to give the introduction of the creator and the beginning, middle, and end of creation. You know that no one else can give this knowledge. Even if someone comes from abroad and can give the introduction of the creator and the beginning, middle, and end of creation, we would pay all his expenses. No one else can adverse in this way. You are courageous. You are Mahavir. Do you know how they, Lakshmi and Narayan, climbed the kingdom of the world? What kind of courage did they have? All of these things should enter your intellect. You are carrying out such an elevated task. You are purifying the whole world. Therefore, you have to remember the Father and the inheritance. You should not just remember Shiv Baba, but you must also speak of his price. This price only belongs to the incorporeal. But how can the incorporeal give his introduction? He definitely needs a moth in order to give the knowledge of the beginning, middle, and end of creation. This moth is priced a great deal. People stumble around so much to go to a government house mouth. They have created all the Gandhi is the purified. How can how can anyone be purified by water? Only the Father is the purifier. The Father continues to teach you children so much. The Father tells you what to do. So, who is going to come and give the introduction of the Father, the Creator and creation? Sad and holy men know that even the rishis and munis used to say, Neti, neti, neither this nor that. We do not know anything. They means that they were atheists. Now see now see if there is anyone who is a theist. Your children are now become theists from 8. You know that unlimited Father, the one who makes you so elevated. People call out, "Oh God, the Father liberated us." The Father explained, "At this time it is the kingdom of Ravan, all the whole world, all the corrupt, but they will become elevated again. It is in the intellect of you children that the world was pure in the beginning. The Father does not create an impure world. He comes and creates a pure world, which is called the temple of Shiva. Shivaba creates Shivalaya. You know how do does this? Neither does total annihilation scriptures. So such only the five Pandavas were left and they then made way away on the Himalaya mountains. However, no one knows what happened after that. The Father sits here and explains all of these things. Only you know that the Father is the Father, the teacher, and the Sadguru. These temples do not exist here. Exist. Yeah. The deities used to exist. Their memorial temples exist here. All of this is fixed in the drama. Second by second, something new takes place. As the cycle continues to turn, the Father gives very good direction to all children. Some children who are very body conscious think that they know everything. They do not even read the movies. They don't value them at all. Baba asks, Baba asks you. Sometime a Murli is very good. Therefore, you should not miss it. If you have missed the Murli for 10 or 15 days, you should sit and read them. The father says, challenged them and say that if anyone comes and gives the knowledge of the creator and the beginning, middle and end of creation, we will we will pay all his expense. Only those who know about this will be able to escape this challenge in this way. Only when a teachers know the answer can he ask a question. How could a teacher ask a question without knowing the answer? Some children have a donkey attitude about the movie. They say we just have a connection with Shibaba. However, you also have to listen to the things that Shibaba says, not just remember him. Baba tells you such good, sweet things, but Maya makes you completely arrogant. There is a saying that a mouse found a piece of trim and thought he had become a gross. There are many who do not read the Murli at all. New points keep coming up in the Murlis. Therefore, you have to understand all of these things. When you are sitting in remembrance of all the Father, you also have to remember that this Father is the Father and the teacher and the Sadguru. Otherwise, how would you study? The Father has explained everything to you children. It is you children who will reveal the Father. Son sows Father, and Father sows Son. It is souls who are sown. Then it is the children's task to sow the Father. The Father will not then let go of you. He will say, today go to this place and tomorrow go somewhere else. There is no one who can order the one. People will read this invitation in the newspaper. At this time, all the people in the world are atheists. The Father alone come and make you into this. At this time, the whole world is worth not a penny, no matter how much wealth and property America has, it is not worth a penny. All of that is going to finish. Out of the whole world, only you become worth a pound. There no one will be, there no one will be poverty stricken. You children should constantly share this knowledge and remind yourself. It has been remembered if you want to know about suppressed joy. Ask the coppers and gopis. These things only apply at the confluence age. No one else knows about the confluence age. By saving at a fast speed, price of the confluence age may match. It has been said, "Oh God, your play is wonderful." No one knows that God is the Father, the teacher, and the Sadguru. The Father continues to teach you children. That one is your teacher, and this uncommon study. No human being's Father explained to me. This is your throne on with the soul. The immortal image comes and sits. Along with remembrance of the Father, knowledge is also needed. There is liberation as well as liberation in life. Become very sweet children. Although Baba understands that you children study every cycle and climb your inheritance. Number wise according to the efforts you make to teach Fuji. You still inspire. You to make effort, you repeatedly forget, which is why you are reminded to remember Shiva. He is your father, teacher, and Sadguru. Small children would not have remembrance in this way. You cannot say of Krishna, Sri Krishna, that he was the father. You need a guru at the time of direction. It has been remembered that the father comes and sitting on the thigh of lust everyone at this time has become like call. Understand devotion is of only the one Shiva. Only from Shiv Baba do you receive this knowledge. This knowledge is different. This is called spiritual knowledge. Acha. To your sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Baptada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharma. First, renounce any intoxication of perishable things and keep your spiritual intoxication of now changing from being worth not a penny to being worth a pound. God Himself is teaching you, and your study is uncommon. Second point, become theist and serve to revere the Father. You must not become arrogant and miss any Murli. Blessing, may you become worthy of mercy. Soul who constantly perform elevated action by having the foundation of purity. Explain. Purity makes you worth of worship. Those who constantly perform elevated action become worth of worship. However, purity is not just celebration. Let there not be any negative thoughts for anyone in your mind. Let there not be any inappropriate words. Let not the any difference in your relationship and no impurity in your thoughts, words or actions. You would then be said to be a soul who is worthy of worship. I am a supremely worthy of worship soul. By having this answerness, you can make your foundation of purity strong. Slogan: constantly have the spiritual intoxication. Remind the wonder of myself, and you will naturally continue to dance to happiness in your mind and with your body. Om Shanti. Awake signal 19. The cooperation of good wishes and pure feelings in everyone's minds enable you to achieve success in any task. This fortress of good wishes and pure feelings transforms souls. The fourth is of the atmosphere is created by anyone's cooperation. Let the third of God's love be one unlimited. So God's love be one. Then even if there are thoughts of diversity, there would be the feelings of being cooperative. Om Shanti.